Week 12. Let's not hang about. Come on. Week 12. I'm in this magnificent location. Probably one of the last times I have a chance to even run up here, because when golf courses open back up again, that's it. It's going to be busy through the summer. So tonight is just a gentle 10k or so trot, and tomorrow's hills, which will be exciting. I also decided that tonight I would go back to the ATR5 for just one session. I've been saving them up in case I decide to use them for the Ultra, but I just thought, let's see how they feel, see if I still love them as much as I did before, and of course I do. So thanks to my video, which got a serious amount of views in my opinion, I think it probably helped to sell that shoe out. Hoka have not rewarded me financially, or with the shoe in fact, but anyway, ATR 5s, just dynamite stuff, absolutely perfect. Right, see you tomorrow on the hills. Wednesday, supposed to be a hill workout. Not too worried about that because I know that I get elevation at the weekend, so just a light run. I am exploring some local sort of fields, because I'm sure when I came here a month ago there was a hill or two, so I'll catch up with you in a sec when we get there. So I found the hill. The only issue, and it's a relatively big issue, is this is clearly somewhere that people come to walk their dogs. I've already had 2 dogs run at me. They're friendly, but it's going to impact my hill rep if I have to keep dodging canines. So just come kind of parallel out to this clearing. You can see it kind of goes round in a big loop, and I will explore it today, but I've had to already stop my hill reps 3 times now, just because your dogs, they mean well, but I'm kind of in their space, they're in my space, and it's kind of not that conducive to a decent workout. But the good thing is the terrain here is kind of a bit lumpy bumpy, and it's on the mud, on the soil, and it's definitely a more similar terrain to me running up and down on the road, which I normally do up and down the pavement. So I'm getting some value out of it, but it's just not, it's not great. I mean, it doesn't replace me running up and down the North Downs Way hills. It's an option. If anything, I'd actually prefer the weather to be worse. I think less people will be out. But let's go back to where I was before. You can see it's a little bit quieter now, and then we'll head back here, do a couple of loops and just keep it easy. It's good to explore, isn't it? It's good to kind of cross off the list potential places and also know which ones are not viable. Should have bought the Gore-Tex. .4k tonight, and conclusion as follows. I just can't replicate that kind of hands on knees trail climb that I get at the weekends. It does serve a purpose of sorts to use what I've used tonight, but it's just not going to cut it for some really good, decent performance improvement. So next time we do hills, I'll have to drive to location. See you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something a bit mad this evening. We're going to head out for a run on the trails. Good evening. In the dark. I mean, I listened to Kenny Loggins on the way of a danger zone. Hope it's not a sign. Just run through a car park with some lights on. you never know, so we kept moving. No flashing from us. Newlands Corner, lovely place to visit at night if you're that way inclined. We're going to go downhill now. Hold on, guys. Right. See how good the low light GoPro is. Yeah, your thing lights up as well, which is great. Right, we're on our way up St Martha's, up the sand. Not as visually spectacular in the night, that's what he said, but we're making headway up there. Doesn't even look like it's lit up. A bit disappointing. I thought it was going to be a nice romantic spectacle, but apparently not. Anyway, we'll probably catch you when there's more light.
Ghost hunters.
We're tackling the downhill now. Thanks to Ben's head torch, because mine is absolute trash. Petzl, useless. Decathlon, 10 out of 10. Without that, I probably would have just gone back to the car.
Beverly Hills.
We are in amongst the rich and famous now. That's just two of us. But you look at these houses. All the lights on. I can't barely afford to heat one room. These guys heating the world. Oh. Doing well though, about 9k in. Average pace 7:10 with the walking. So yeah, all smiles. Now we're getting on the road. Quick warrior ahead. Both ankles, all ankles intact. Okay everyone, coming to close this run now. About 13k or near enough, almost stop. That was good fun. Had a good laugh. And yeah, a bit of nighttime trail running. On for the books. Oh. Right, see you Saturday for the long run. Welcome to the run. Today hasn't started out so great. 25 minutes ago, I left the house. My watch on my arm, dead, no battery. It was 100% last night when I went to bed. I do not know what's happened, so 25 minutes of just sitting around waiting for a charge. I've come out the door at 40%. I'm trusting that's going to be enough. Very irritating. Just puts me behind schedule, but in doing that, going back in the house, I did remind myself I forgot to get some gels, so a slight bonus. So this time next week I'll be doing the 30-mile 50k ultra for charity. So because of that, today's hopefully 20 miles is going to be predominantly flat because I want to save the legs. I'll still do some running between now and Saturday, but I just thought let's not overdo it with the elevation, keep it calm and controlled, and then next week can be the one where we really bring it all together for distance, elevation. It will be kind of the peak week, I suppose, in terms of the furthest I will be running, and then hopefully on the Sunday I can do a little something as well to really kind of solidify that base building in prep for the big day. When I think about my running journey, I think back to when I started, and I kind of wonder now, if I hadn't started running, what would I be doing? Where would I be getting my sense of achievement from? What sort of goals would I have in place? Because before I did any running, I didn't do really anything else. So I kind of wonder, maybe I would have, you know, gone head first into being more career driven, but I always wanted a bit of work-life balance. It's hard to know, isn't it? But one thing I do know is these long runs, 2-3 hours, just give me time to think, reflect, think about everything and nothing at the same time. And yeah, just feeling really grateful today. Beautiful spring morning, just yeah, picturesque, and I'm just going with the flow. What will be will be. Woo! Every time I run through this tunnel, every time. All right, 10k at the river, 59 minutes. So beautiful location now. 6k up this way, and then we'll spin it around. No idea what the watch is doing battery wise, can't see that, haven't got it turned on, but yeah, we'll just keep plodding away till it dies, but hopefully not. 40% should surely get me the distance. When I was using maps for a marathon, I set off with 100% maps turned on and 65% left charge, so And that was, you know, what, 4.5 hours out. So, fingers crossed. Beautiful. You might be able to see, or maybe not, but the other side of the river, there's a lot more trail based, a lot more fun to run. This side's flatter, but bumpy with stones and whatnot. So, about a year and a bit ago, I was doing my training and I tried to get over the other side. Ended up down some alley, but didn't know how to get out, to climb over a wall. It was a complete mess, but hopefully today I might be able to locate that side a bit better and yeah, do a bit of a run on there. Show you some footage later of that. Whoa, jumping puddle. Something great happened earlier. I got a stitch. You might be thinking, why is that great? I find it's very difficult sometimes to replicate potential disasters in race conditions. So the fact I got a stitch early into this run was brilliant because it just gave me time to work through it. Deep breathing, never shallow breathing. Took some water on board as well, and yeah, just was able to move through that. And again, it's good, that mental strategy of knowing that I can handle it, because if it happens at the start of a race on race day, it's very easy for things that are quite minor to be amplified. So I'm just trying to take control of the situations, and I was really quite pleased to have had the stitch come. So that's a win for me today. Just stop for a moment to admire this art. There's some really talented people out there, and I mean, I don't have so much respect for people who write the words. Nothing too interesting to look at, but the artwork, can't knock it. Can't knock it at all. Anyway, keep going. 15.5k. Just come to the end of this river path here, and yeah, I'm going to turn around and run back now. Making good time. Let's go. Look at this old abandoned vessel over here. It's quite cool, isn't it? 18k in 1 hour 45. The watch still seems to be running. I'm going to be crossing over this next bridge into that trail section over there. I think it's a mountain bike sort of course path, so there'll be ups and downs. Just thought it might be change of scenery. See you there. Definitely off-roading. Half marathon, 2 hours 2. Just finalising my part on the river now. Heading back home, back onto the tarmac. Hopefully to be able to cruise it back, nice, calm, controlled. They must have seen me coming. Actor, model, you know. Let's see if I can get in film. Oh, I should have worn the Damn Runs t-shirt. Damn. Well, anyway, let's try and casually get into shot. 28.5k, just got a 5% battery warning. I'm going to try and get to 30 on it. Tricky one. Stopped to 30k, 3% battery left, probably could have gone the full distance. 5:53 average, 2 hours 56:20, so I'm really pleased with that. 143 meters of ascent and 186 meters of descent, so not the highest course by any means. Relatively flat, all things considered, but it was a nice, smooth, solid 30k, so very pleased with that, and I look forward to going out tomorrow for a little bit more. Bit of voiceover today, and it's Sunday. There I am doing a bit of cross training mid-run. I really enjoyed that actually, never too old to go on the swing. We do our weekly check-in with the lambs as well to make sure they're doing well. You can see his little one coming around here looking super bouncy and very happy, not to see me but to see the food. And here comes the weekly roundup. And what I decided to do today was go for speed rather than distance, so it was 10k. Follow me on Strava to see the splits, and there it is. Overall good elevation for the week, considering I wanted to keep it mostly flat. Mileage pretty good as well, and I look forward to next week when we head towards 30 Mile Ultra.